In this video review, we will be looking at Lara Croft GO for iPhone and iPad. We tested this app on an iPad Air running a beta version of iOS 9. If you've ever played Hitman Go, then you'll have a good understanding of Lara Croft GO, which works in a similar way but is arguably more enjoyable. The game is all about solving puzzles, avoiding or killing enemies, and climbing walls. There's a little more to do than that, but ultimately the vast majority is made up of trying to figure out how to conquer the level without dying. The artwork and graphics in Lara Croft GO are top notch and feel sort of dreamy in their nature, if that makes sense. They are somewhat muted with subtle colours and in many respects show a simple, uncomplicated style which fit perfectly with this game. There's very little to distract you. Even when you first launch the game, you're greeted with a simple background and logo. A single tap takes you to the main game screen. From the main game screen you can see 6 different objects. One is a journal, allowing you to start playing or continuing from where you left off. A satchel, which holds the relics you have found throughout the game. A watch, which relates to Lara's outfits and shows the ones you have unlocked. An envelope, which shows you more games from Square Enix. A walkie-talkie, which allows you to contact the developers or follow them on social networks. And finally a Swiss Army knife, which is the settings menu. There's not too much in the settings apart from the usual, such as sound on or off, credits, an option to restore any purchases or reset the game. You can also view your Game Center achievements for the game too. When you play the game for the first time, there's no tutorial, or at least not the type of tutorial you might expect. The first few levels are simple and ease you gently into the game. You're not told how to control Lara because it's simply a matter of swiping in the correct direction and Lara will move. Controls don't get much easier. There are diamond shapes on the ground and each time you swipe, Lara will move to the next one along. In fact, it's so simple in terms of controlling Lara, your great-grandparents could figure it out. As you progress through the first few levels, you'll come across enemies that you can either kill or, depending on the situation, avoid entirely. Lara doesn't have health, so if an enemy attacks you, you're dead. The good thing is you'll start back on the level you were on, so there is room for trial and error, and as the levels progress, you'll be glad for the forgiving nature of Lara Croft GO, because the puzzles do get a lot harder. Throughout the different levels are hidden objects to collect that make up relics that you'll find in your satchel. I found that I was so focused on the level, I missed many of the objects. So my advice would be to look for objects at the very start, so you don't forget as you try to avoid enemies and solve the puzzles. The music and sound effects throughout the game are generally subtle, very much in line with the game's style. Sometimes less is more, and that's very much the case with Lara Croft GO. According to Square Enix, there are over 75 puzzles to solve that span across 5 chapters. I didn't complete the game before doing this review, so how long it takes is hard to gauge, but I would imagine you'll probably get a good few hours of gameplay, and there is some replay value if you want to collect all the hidden objects to unlock various options. In conclusion, Lara Croft GO is a highly polished game. For those familiar with Lara Croft and Tomb Raider, there's a sense of familiarity, and the developers have done a very nice job of translating that feeling, albeit in a very different style of gameplay. There is something compelling about Lara Croft GO. The subtlety, the artwork and the simple controls make for a worthy addition to your device. At the time of this review, Lara Croft GO was priced at £3.99 or $4.99 and is developed for both iPhone and iPad. Lara Croft GO is certainly recommended by App Video Reviews and earned our Outstanding Visuals Award. We give Lara Croft GO a well-deserved rating of 90. For more reviews, you can visit videoappreviews.com. We hope you enjoyed this video and thanks for watching.